three, four. Down to the VHS. VHS out of the VHS. It's the 18 of my business. Cause I was out of the house and doing stuff. No easy watch my blemishes. But I guess that's the way it goes. Down to the VHS. VHS out of the VHS. Got no money, smoking crack, saving up for the Betamax. Down to the VHS. VHS out of the VHS.
I like it.
Okay, that's bizarre. Okay, my computer's running really weird at the moment. Let's see how we go.
Are we good?
I think so.
Okay. Welcome to Obscure Tape Time, the show where we watch VHS in their entirety and invite you to suffer along with us.
Start to finish.
We've been doing since last episode.
Drugs.
Drugs,
Mm,
doctor's appointments.
yeah.
Yeah, us too. Oh.
Yeah,
And so I
fun time.
brought over a pile of medical stuff for us to try out.
Fantastic.
You want to talk about any of it?
Not much to say. I saw a doctor and he said I have ADHD and now I have drugs for ADHD.
And the house is spotless. It's amazing. So you got your Ritalin today?
It's not Ritalin actually, it's something else.
Oh, I was just being name
yes.
brand associative generalizations.
No,
yes.
I think it is actually like a different thing to what.
Oh, it's
that
not
is,
speed.
yeah.
That's
No,
interesting.
It's similar.
But it
It's
does
different.
good stuff.
It's clearly.
So we'll see how well we can pay attention to many different
test
little
at the end.
tapes. And if there's a test at the end. Yeah. So for me, one of the first like big medical things that's been going on, so I've had several, is my wife got a hysterectomy, and I found this down the shed, and I said, oh cool, it's a thing about taking the hormones. She doesn't need to take the hormones. She's still got her balls in, but I pulled this out and she's like, you sure that's a VHS tape? I'm like, I don't know, we could unwrap it, but I learned that Pete likes to unwrap them on stream. And she's like, it's probably drugs. I'm like, it's not drugs. She's like, maybe it's a book. And she's like, I want to tune into this episode just to watch you unwrap it and go, oh, what are we going to watch? Nothing. Oh, but this fair, it's fine. So you want to unwrap that?
Change for the better.
Yeah, hormone
God.
replacement
You
therapy.
can tell this has not been. This has been kind of left alone for a while. When the plastic starts to feel like paper.
Oh no, it's worth so much less now.
Only 3 cents left on the value of 30 cents.
Yay. Okay, let's see if it's a VHS.
Imagine if there were drugs in there. Like, that would be fucking insane.
Is it a VHS? It is. It is a VHS, and we get all this extra stuff. Oh my god, the VHS might not work.
Uh-oh.
It came with a free magnet.
Oh.
Why would you do that? Alright, we got our little reply paid thing, so we might have to send this off.
We can get our drugs. We can send off to get the drugs.
So we might have to do that, because last time we did that, we actually did get a cookbook.
We did.
Yeah. We got a change for the better. Oh, look, we get a workbook each. Are they different? No, that's a diary card. No, this is okay. This is a diary card that we have to fill out over the next few months about how our menopause is going or whatever.
Beautiful.
And a little booklet. It says advice and information for women and their families. Oh, we're families. We got women. That's okay. We're allowed. It's got pictures of people sleeping in bed together, but like not doing it.
Not doing it?
Yeah, it says vaginal dryness.
Oh.
Yeah. It doesn't
Must have
show
a
it going in. Yeah. That's what. Ooh.
Well, we got some nudity.
Oh no! I hope there's no nudity on the actual tape.
We get banned. We get banned.
Is cartoon nudity okay? I don't know.
I don't know.
My
Probably not.
finger
Who
over
cares?
it.
I'm ready to get banned.
Yeah, you want to pop this thing in?
Go for it. Let's do it.
It's a bottom loader, but with a sneak preview window thingy. That's pretty cool.
Ooh, that's fancy.
It is fancy. Change for the better. It looks like it goes for about, what would you say?
Half an hour, maybe?
Nah, it's 15 minutes. Let's see.
15 to half.
Oh no, there's a tape in there.
Yeah, I was doing a test earlier, but I figured it works.
What were you watching?
Oh, just
Debbie
cartoons.
Does Dallas.
Yeah, the animated series.
The animated series. That was goofy. Oh, hey, pup, you worked your way back there.
Yeah, he'll just sit there now and
That's all.
do his thing.
He got a magnet. We got a magnet.
Cool. That's for putting stuff on the fridge, and it's got like, is that a butt?
No, it's the lady's back. It's got
It's
a bit of a butt.
Yeah, it's got a butt on it.
It says Mondays and Thursdays. Do we need to make that a t-shirt? Just with Mondays and Thursdays as well?
Hello, I'm Judy Nunn.
Yeah. Hi,
The
Judy.
menopause or change of life, call it what you
Hey,
will,
she's from the
is a
Home and
time we all
Aways.
go through. It's a
And she's
perfectly
at the
normal
Opera
passage of
House.
time when a woman's periods stop and her childbearing years are over. For some
What's
of us,
that?
it
I'm
happens and we
testing to
barely
see
even
if it's even
recognise that it's
working. It might not
happening.
even actually be live.
But for others, it can be a very
What?
troubled time. Oh, thank
You
you,
said we were
salvatore.
I thought we were.
I've spoken to various women and doctors to try and clear up some of the myths and misconceptions and to ensure that the menopause for all of us
Yeah,
can
we're
actually
live.
be a change for the better.
Just everyone's busy today.
No, I sent a message here and it didn't do anything.
Oh, the chat's not working?
Oh, it worked now. Okay.
Yeah, it's all good. No one's here
I was about 32
to learn about
years
the menopause
old,
with the
No
Home
one
and
and
Away
wants
I
to.
lady.
noticed probably the
That's
first
fine.
thing was
Which
a
home and
lot
away
of
lady was
libido,
she?
dry vagina.
She was
and
Alf's
not
wife,
really
I'm
sure
pretty
about
sure.
my feelings in my marital
What?
relationship.
All you
Most
non-tuner
women have their
inners
menopause
missing out
about
on the
50 years of
orchid.
age. It follows a few years where the estrogen from the ovary fluctuates up and down, a time called the
Estrogen
perimenopause.
fluctuates.
But Jennifer's symptoms started very early.
I didn't actually understand the connection that having an early
They're talking about
menopause,
some
like
sort
my
of
mother had an early
Spanish
menopause at
spiced
40,
menopause.
can actually be a familial trait.
Peri-menopause.
I used to experience this feeling of suddenly
Just that
feeling
extra
terribly
spice
hot,
just adds a little
breaking
bit
out in a
of.
really bad
what
sweat
causes the hot
on my
flushes.
face and on my neck area and also on my back. It looked like I just walked out of a shower. I was that wet. I could actually wipe myself with a towel and you'd see the rivulets of perspiration running down. That was very discomforting, especially if I was actually working.
They flush, they sweat.
You got
it
to
might
just
last
find a
3
job
to
that
10
suits
minutes,
your body.
And they might
Like,
experience
if
2
you were
or
one
3
of
of
those
these an hour.
ads for like cologne or something, that'd be
Late
fine.
afternoon, I used to get these dreadful
That's
flashes,
true.
and
That's
I used
true.
to feel terribly embarrassed because I was sure
that's
that they
not-
could see them. And the other thing
cooking
was
a
that
casserole in a
at
Dutch
night-time,
oven.
of course, we'd turn the central heating off because the house would get too hot, and you'd turn it off late
Kitty.
at night, go to bed.
One sec.
I'd be throwing the dinner off, and my husband would be freezing to death
Hello?
because, of course, all night I'd be having that flushes.
That can result in insomnia. So
Guess
you're
I'm here
up
on my
through the
own
night,
today.
you're not sleeping well. Then you can get tired, you can get mood changes and irritable from the chronic tiredness and sleep deprivation.
Just suddenly, out of the blue, was this feeling of irritability, crying over the slightest thing, which was just totally unlike me. And I found that was being a
Totally
little bit out
unlike
of
me,
control for me. I
right?
just didn't really feel happy about it at all.
Her husband's sitting in the other room going,
Barbara Gross has
"Oh,
spent
bollocks,
time
she
bringing
cries
up
at
a
the drop
family
of a
and,
hat."
as well, works full-time as a scientist. She found that lack of emotional control
Scientists.
was
Hey, is
very
that Geelong?
distressing.
There's a lot of things that happen
Is that
can
our
actually
wheel?
impinge on menopause.
No, I think
You're
it
not
might be
quite sure
Melvin's
whether
wheel.
it's your
Or
just
Sydney's wheel.
day-to-day stresses, or in fact
Whatever
it's the
wheel it
menopause
is.
itself. It's a chicken and the egg, isn't it?
Hi, Bernice.
Why is there a chicken in the egg?
Come in.
Dr. Anne Pike is trying to understand what makes women tick. She's a gynecologist who specialises in the menopause.
Did I miss
Common
any?
symptoms that happen.
We're about to go into the
Awkward duty.
gynecologist now, so
Bunched together into several groups. Firstly, it's the vasomotor symptoms, and these are the hot flushes, the sweating. The second major group would be the psychological group, and this is the lability of mood. That means your moods are up and down. Depression, anxiety, an unloved feeling, forgetfulness, lack of concentration. Yeah, there'd be the
I have
common symptoms.
menopause.
These are
And
the symptoms
these
for
symptoms
everything.
can be
I
quite
swear.
debilitating
I have.
because it
Yeah, you've got
leads
menopause.
to a lack
Shit.
of confidence and
That's why you got a different drug
difficulty
to
in
Ritalin.
continuing the workplace often and just juggling the
Just some
normal
hormone
day-to-day
replacements.
activities. The third
working.
group would be related to what we call urogenital atrophy, and this is with the lower levels of estrogen on the pelvis, and so this can lead to vaginal dryness, soreness, pain or discomfort with intercourse.
I'm about to see some diagrams.
Ooh,
Burning,
here they come.
frequency of urine, needing to pass urine more often, and it's uncomfortable when you do. A fourth group relates to the decrease in the level of collagen, the elastic tissue in the skin, and so some people find that their skin gets more wrinkly, it loses its elasticity. One can get muscle aches and pains. One can get a itchy, crawly sensation underneath
Itchy
the
crawly
skin.
sensation
And
is
these are
that
all
medical
the
term?
Sort of the skin and joint complaints.
That's the scientific
Then there are
term for it.
long-term effects with thinning of the bone density or osteoporosis, and an effect that you can't tell, but an increase of cardiovascular risk.
Oh, as long as you don't get into the risk of the
Initially,
dysrhythmias.
menopausal symptoms can be strange
We know
and
how to
difficult
identify
understand.
them on a cardiograph.
Bernice
That's one of our
Mott has had
previous
years
episodes.
as a nurse
Identifying
educator,
cardiac
but
dysrhythmias.
she still
yeah.
found her early
Yeah,
symptoms of
with
great
a
concern.
trial was one of the words.
I was getting these sleepless nights, terrible leg aches.
But we didn't
and
know how to set up the
palpitations too,
cardiograph.
which, you know, you wake up through the night and you think you
well,
must be
now
going
we
to have a
do,
heart
huh?
attack
Well, now we
because
will.
you're suddenly
Yeah.
got your heart doing really strange
Impel
things.
as well.
Well, it depends on how
And
distinct.
I found that
How long
there
distance?
were problems that were occurring that were probably just
Yeah,
everyday
what
How
is it?
long does
problems.
menopause take?
But because I was staying awake at night,
Depends
they
on
were
long
really
play.
becoming quite mammoth things. Oh, these must be really important because they're keeping me awake
Wasn't she
all
in
night.
Cheers?
The menopause is a very
Maybe.
difficult time for women, and
Never
it
watched
puts
it.
a lot of strain on relationships. You've got to think
a
about
bit
it. It's
before
a
my
time when
time, I
your
think.
children are leaving home, your parents are getting older. It's often
I remember in the
a
late
time of
90s,
job
I would try and watch
instability.
like all the
And
different
on top
sitcoms that
of
were on at
this,
the time,
hormone
and none
levels
of
are
them
going up and
felt
down.
any good.
And this makes it very difficult to cope. And usually the woman's the linchpin of the family, brings it all together. And I think it's important
Usually.
that men realise that all these factors make it very difficult to cope. But don't forget, men too are under a lot of stress at this time. They're
Yeah.
often going through
Think about us for
work,
once.
increased,
Selfish women.
It's
job
about
pressure.
time.
They'll find fluctuations in their libido. Often a man's libido around about this level starts to go up, the classic midlife crisis. And it's
Yeah, that's
very
right.
important that there's
Think about
dialogue
us.
between both partners, that they understand
Hold on, when's my
the
libido
problems
gonna go
they're
up?
both facing. So this
Uh-oh.
is the estrogen, and it's a little patch that you just open up. Replacement of estrogen, or better still, stabilisation of the fluctuating
You can get it as a
levels of
patch so you
estrogen
can cut down slowly.
significantly
Quit.
improve these mood changes
And continue to
in a lot
pleasure
of
your
women,
man.
The depression, but depression
should
is a
order,
common
like, 2
symptom with the
boxes.
menopause, and estrogen makes a big difference.
Better
It's
make that
amazing
3.
that so
For
many
today.
different feelings can be caused by fluctuating estrogen levels. But it's good to know that hormone replacement therapy can help get rid of all these symptoms.
Yeehaw.
Once there's some explanation and they understand how their estrogen levels are fluctuating, it's then up to the woman herself to decide whether or not she wants to try hormone replacement therapy to see if it makes these symptoms better.
Reese will like
went
this
on to
video. He
hormone
likes his
therapy.
soapies.
And suddenly I'm sleeping really well. I'm waking up feeling really good about myself. I found that one of the offshoots is that my complexion, I feel, has improved. And a woman really wants to look as good as she can, no matter how old she is. And for me, that was really exciting, and I'm very thrilled that I can look the best I can for the age that I am.
I'd say you'd be damn fool not to
Hugo.
get onto it
Alert.
because you do feel good, and
Go
it
get
has a lot
yours,
of
lady.
Other,
Go get yours.
Other side
Enjoy
effects. You know, keeps your libido intact.
Women starting a patch
Good
will often
stuff.
ask, how long will I be using this?
It's the most
And
important
this
thing,
depends
really.
on the reason they're using the patch in the first place. if it's for the relief of menopausal symptoms, hot flushes, mood changes, irritability, these often fade 4 to 5 years after menopause, although in some women they continue long term.
No woman should feel guilty about taking hormone replacement for a couple of years to get rid of hot flushes and other symptoms.
But after that, fuck you.
The Royal Hospital for Women in Sydney has a special unit
we're
that
in
is
Sydney.
researching the change of life, the menopause.
Isn't it funny how
It's
there's
run by
all these
Associate
kinds of like
Professor John
treatments and stuff that
No,
come
for
out,
sure,
and for some
that
reason there's just
short-term use of
these
hormone
groups of people who
replacement
just say
therapy,
things
meaning
like,
up to 5 years,
shouldn't do that.
doesn't affect
Yeah,
any
it's not a
long-term
good
risk
thing.
factors.
It's bad, and you're not even a real human being if you do
So
this.
who would benefit from long-term hormone replacement therapy?
Makes you a bad
Well,
person.
Isn't it
first
kind
of
of
all,
strange
women who
that,
have
like,
severe persistent
in
symptoms,
Australia, like
which is
the
about 1 in 10
grouping
women.
of those type
Secondly,
of thinking
women
people
who
seems
have
to
a
be
low bone
from
density,
prior, like,
or who have major
voting
risk
records
factors
and
for
stuff.
osteoporosis.
Up
And
the top.
lastly, women
Yeah.
who have
that
significant
little
risk
section, but
factors
that's
for heart
also
disease.
kind of where all the science happens.
Dr.
And
Chris
so they're like, hey, we did this thing, and everyone's like, no,
that's a
don't.
doctor who
But it's like
understands
right
hormones.
next door.
The science
Prince of
happens more
Wales
in
Hospital in
universities
Sydney
and stuff.
Yeah,
is
the
assessing
universities
how
of Sydney.
strong bones
And it's
So we have
like-
big
using a
Sydney
special
stuff. It's the
investigation
only thing
called
Sydney's
bone
good for,
mineral
right?
density test.
I don't know. I think
It's
we've
the
got good
best
news out
measure
here
we've
too.
got to determine how
I just wouldn't want to be in
strong your
Sydney.
bones are.
This guy's on
point in your
something.
life. At the time
Here it
of
comes.
menopause, there's a rapid
I
loss
love
of
how it's
bone.
called the
Have you never
menopause, and like
developed
everything with
menopause.
it
high
seems.
peak bone density
The.
before the menopause? The imposition of actually then losing bone at the time
Makes
of the
it sound like
menopause
a
can lead
monster
to
or
a
something,
state
like
of reduced
a
bone
monster
mineral
under the
density,
bed.
puts you at
It's the
increased risk of,
menopause.
Yeah, you don't
sustained
go through a
fractures
nice
later in life.
menopause. You just
Where there are
get
no
the
contraindications and it's well
menopause.
tolerated, I recommend
It's like the
for my
AIDS.
patients to take hormone replacement
Was that a thing
therapy
called
for
it,
10 to
Buck?
15 years.
Yeah.
Women who've started taking
Nice
hormone
flowers.
replacement therapy know that it's
She got
great for getting
sidetracked.
rid of all those nasty symptoms.
Uh
They also
oh.
know that taking
I can recommend you a treatment.
keeps the bone strong and protects the heart. But many are concerned.
Wrong camera.
How long should they take it? And if it is for a long time, doesn't that increase the risk of getting breast cancer?
So what are the risks of long-term hormone replacement therapy?
We're asking
In
you.
short, not many.
Oh.
Most women are concerned about developing breast cancer. In reality, the risk of developing breast cancer whilst on hormone replacement therapy is small. And this has been part of the problem. This risk is so small, it's difficult to measure.
Try to relax your shoulder and turn.
Oh, we're gonna have some squishy breasts.
Australian women overestimate their risk.
Yay!
Surveys
Oh
suggest that
no!
80 to 90% of
Yeah, it's
women
medical,
will
it's
develop the
fine.
disease, whereas
Ban me.
half of women over 50 will die of
Do it.
heart attacks or strokes.
No, really.
Oh, but I like this show.
Hey, what's up?
What's going on? Did you just turn up straight for some boobies? Did you turn up while we just saw boobies and we're gonna get banned? That's lovely.
Really surprised to hear
I'm
that.
glad that you were here to experience that with us.
Yeah, like we've now shared a moment.
It's a shared moment.
Dr. Lynn Presley, a cardiologist at Sydney's Royal Prince Alfred Hospital.
It's a bit of a it's a bit of a throwback to the was it the second episode we did?
Yeah, with the cardio dysrhythmic
Yeah.
identification. Yeah.
It's the two things that are most likely to get us banned, it seems, are medical episodes and horse episodes.
Oh, horse ones, Jesus. This VHS came with a magnet though. How cool's that? I kind of want to turn it into a shirt. It's just got like a naked lady. It says Monday and Thursday.
I'd wear that.
Yeah.
That's when I think we need a nutritionist.
Also, it's
Catherine
home and away
Saxon.
housewife thingy.
The menopause is a most important time of
The
your life,
menopause.
and it's a time that nutrition can play a big role.
What's written on that fridge?
Calcium. It's
I wish I could
essential,
read it.
And at this time, you need lots of it for healthy bones and
Oh,
osteoporosis.
I don't know.
Dairy products are the most important source of calcium in our diet. And at your supermarket, you'll find a big
Welcome in,
range
by the
of
way.
low-fat, high-calcium products. Lots of milks, all the different yogurts, plenty of different light cheeses.
All the different
Make sure
yogurts.
you have a look at them next time.
Plenty
you're out
of
shopping.
cheese.
If you prefer soy drink, that's fine, but
I
check
do.
on the label that it does
I'm a soy
contain
boy.
calcium.
I'm an
Not all
oat
do,
milk kind of
but
guy.
Calcium's important to replace
Sam's
the
been getting
calcium.
this oat
There's also
smoothie
small
from
amounts of
Boost
calcium in
that's
some
got
of the
berries and
canned
oats, and they don't
sardines,
actually put
canned
oat milk in
salmon,
it. They just put oats in it
and a
and
little
blend
bit
it
of
until it
green
becomes oat
vegetables.
milk
But
with the
most of the
berries.
calcium will be coming from the dairy
Yum.
products.
That's good stuff.
Fat.
Yes, spray
It's
it.
a good idea to spray it
Fat.
on rather than pouring it in, because it's one
Nah.
of the many things you can do to keep your heart healthy.
Especially when
which
shallow
is
frying.
absolutely crucial after the menopause. Now, you've heard it before, but it's worth saying again. The single most important
It is a big
thing
dairy
you can do
promo.
for
Oh my, there are so many
is to
big dairy
cut down your
promos I
fats.
found in just commercials while cutting up commercials. Big dairy
So
is
when you're
huge
using
in
oil,
Australia.
buy the healthy
I believe it. Yeah,
monounsaturated
I
oils,
recall there
olive
being
oil,
like
canola oils,
a lot of
with
cheese
margarine,
ads.
spread it
Yeah,
thinly
do you remember
When
what
I
the
was
ad
younger.
And when
campaign
you're
was
cooking
called?
meat,
You'll love
make
this
sure
if you
trim
don't.
I do
off
not.
all that
It's
visible
called
fat, whatever you
Dairy
can
Good.
see. And watch for the
Yeah,
heavy
now that you say that.
biscuits and snack
God
foods.
damn.
It had all
That
sorts
takes
of
me back.
local
foods you can add to your diet
sports
as well.
people doing
Lots
it
of
and stuff.
breads and
Yeah, it's
cereals,
pretty bad.
especially those made with barley and
By the way, you're
oats,
seeing me
and of
on
course,
the
fruit and
first
vegetables.
episode of me actually
you
being
know,
on medication, and I'm
estrogens used in the ester
like, my
range
house is
actually
clean.
come
This
from
house is
plant
clean.
sources. It's true.
Figured out that riddle. Got it in you.
Women have
I don't
usually
care if
started
you're not on
on
that. I'm
hormone
gonna keep.
replacement in
Sorry.
tablet
It's all right. You
form.
can
But
make
if
that
they
joke.
are
It's not
unable
even
to
a joke. I just
I
like
wanted
the way it
to
sounds
correct
in my
it.
mouth.
I wanted to correct it that one
the
time, and
levels
now I
of
don't need to
estrogen
anymore.
with that are too high.
They are good, yeah.
Sometimes
I had
they
one
just
bad
don't
day.
get
It was the
adequate
second day.
Symptom relief. They don't get
I
control of their hot flushes.
unfortunately I
Their
hadn't read the
symptoms with
pamphlet
the
fully.
Oral medication.
You snorted
then
them?
often
What?
change
No.
over to the
No,
patches.
I kind of
I
hadn't
stayed
eaten
on
enough food with it, and then I had a
because
coffee, and
my
I was just
doctor
like
said to me
bouncing
that
off the
as far as
walls
she
and like
was
having panic
concerned,
attacks and
they were
shit.
the best way
It
to
was
take
so
hormone
bad.
replacement
Good to
therapy.
know.
But every day since
Specific
then,
advantage of using
yeah,
a
it's been
patch
real good.
is that
I'm actually
a
on 2
lower
different
level of
medications
estrogen is
because
administered,
the
and
psychiatrist was like, you can have one
doesn't
for
have
when
to
you're at
go
work,
through the liver
which is like a
before
quick
it
release sort of
becomes
thing.
active in
But then
the
when you're at
body.
home and you want to
second
like
advantage
actually
is
be
you
able to
don't
do
have to take
stuff
a
and keep the
tablet
house
every day, you
clean,
just
you
have
get a
to
slow
change the
release one so it
patch
lasts all
once a
day.
week.
Which one
I
do you have for
found
this show?
that
The slow release because I take it at like
3
5, 6
good
o'clock in the
wear. I
morning.
didn't notice it was on.
But we've
And
got
then
all these tapes to
I'm
get
I'm
through.
good all day.
Shower scene.
But
Yes!
Don't get banned.
It's very important to
Again.
make sure the skin is very dry before you put it on.
Estradam. Put the patch directly onto the vaginal area. Come on! No! Really? No, it's alright. It's just a hip.
But
Put it on and
It's a nice
put some
butt, though.
pressure on it for about 10 seconds. Hold it in
She works
place.
out.
And then usually 99% of the time there won't be a problem. However, if it does come off,
Right on the
then
freckle.
I would just make sure the skin is dry and reapply it.
very interesting to know that that's what it is. I'm
Occasionally,
learning a
it's
lot
just
about
one
women,
step in which case
especially
I'll do
how
the
much
patch
they
and
need to
I apply
prioritize
that.
their man. I think that's the thing I'm taking out of this
If
most,
this is happening
is that they need to
midweek,
consider
Robots.
us.
still
They
take
need to
this
consider us men.
newly
We got a
applied
lot
patch
of
on
nudity on this
the
episode.
day
We're gonna
one
get
would
in
normally
trouble.
choose.
Oh, I
So
don't give
either
a shit.
Monday morning
I know.
or Tuesday afternoon.
What was that? The
Feeling well. looking
Chelsea!
good.
Woo!
It's all so vital. I hope
That's
that
my team.
Yeah,
That's my
I know.
team. I'm not wearing the shirt today, but that's my
You
team.
got Effie on today.
I got Effie. I'm repping.
I got Nosferatu on today, actually.
Oh,
I can look back and
Scooby-Doo
think about what
Nosferatu.
oh yeah, I had that shirt.
Yeah. No, I got it.
mine.
I can look forward now and think about what I want to do with my life.
What was I
The
going to
most
say?
important thing is to have a really
Yeah,
good
are you
quality
able to
of
take
life.
both in the same
I'm
day?
41 years of age.
Is that a thing that you're
I take
allowed to
hormone
do?
replacement therapy.
Unfortunately,
I intend
like
to stay on hormone replacement therapy. It reduces
I
my
tried
risk
to
of
pay attention as much as I
cardiovascular
could in
disease
the
and osteoporosis,
psychiatrist's office,
and it
but I
makes me
kind of
feel
like
great.
Weren't on your meds yet?
wasn't on my meds yet. Yeah, on my first appointment there, I was so mad. But I mean, at least it probably showed what he needed to see. There was a point where he like was asking me a question, and then a voice came through on the loudspeaker and started saying things, and I just stared at him, and I was like,
Now that you've chosen the
Ah.
estrogen hormone replacement therapy,
I got
it's
nothing,
important
man.
that you do just as you
I was
go
listening to
keep
the
up to date,
thing.
that
You do need to have
inform
downtime,
yourself.
right? That's
Because
good to know.
knowledge is
I knew this
empowering.
would turn
With
into
this,
a medical
you'll be able to
chatty
make the
podcasty
menopause
today. That's why we're going
positive
medical
time
videos.
of change, a change for the
It's
better.
a good
I
thing.
listen.
Good thing.
I try to listen.
And like, you know,
I do like their logo, by the way.
that is actually a pretty nice logo. You're right. Simple.
Represents
it's
the
the end.
fire in the belly. Yeah, it's okay.
That was-
I'm glad it worked because it came with a magnet. It's been sitting in the
It's a good
shrink
thing.
wrap. You missed out on us with no viewers with opening the shrink wrap and finding a magnet in the tape. For Christ's sake, who the hell does that?
Posture, what's up, dude?
Yeah.
Real quick, are we going to any of the wrestling?
Hmm?
It's like, what, next week?
Oh, Jeebus, I can't get out of the house yet.
No, good. I'll go to the one that is local.
So yeah, as I was saying, this is the hormone replacement VHS we just watched and y'all missed because my wife had her hysterectomy. She wanted me to post that everywhere as well. She's gross. Most of you have probably seen her dead uterus lying on a table with a girl over it because she's weird.
Yeah, well, you know what?
What?
I did appreciate the image. I thought it was hilarious.
Okay.
I got a good laugh.
Although you didn't accept the other one, did you?
What other one? Oh yeah, no, I know what you're talking about, but I never said no.
So
I just didn't want to sound too desperate to see,
my balls.
I didn't know what the picture was going to be. Not that I care. I mean, remember that party we went to where you spray painted my genitals black? Yeah, that was a thing.
Yeah, so
it is what it is.
So I went in for my vasectomy. Just, solidarity, right? She got hers cut out, get mine cut out. She came with me, which is always going to be a bad idea, taking Ms. Bat to anything
Disagree.
medical. Okay.
It sounds like it's a good time, honestly.
So I was in a room with 3 ladies, the nurse, the doctor, and Ms. Bat, and I had my genitals and junk out, and they were playing with it. She was very nice. She picked up my cock, pulled it back, and cleaned underneath it. And I'm like, I really wish I got a hard on just for the fun and the talk of it, but it didn't happen.
No, I mean, in that situation, I don't blame you, really.
Yeah, exactly. Because then my wife said, "Can I snip one of the tubes?" And I'm like, "No." And the doctor went, "Yes." And I'm like, "Oh God." And they're poking their prod and they're sticking all things and they're pulling my balls out, and then she snipped one and then she gave the scissors and she snipped the other. It was a big old party. And yeah, Sam got pictures of my my tubes hanging out of my scrotal thing.
Cool.
You can't actually see my cock, it's just my scrotal.
I mean, I don't care anyway.
And a big old wiggly worm sticking out, and it's the one that she cut. She cut my left nut. Is the end of that story. She cut my left nut.
Yeah, I said to her, gee, I sure hope Tori is down to chop one of my nuts.
And yeah, I bet she would have said, "I'll fucking do it. I know how to do it. I've got some scissors in the kitchen."
That's pretty much exactly what she said.
Now.
That's pretty much exactly what she said. She said, if she won't, I will.
Yeah.
I'm experienced now.
Alrighty, so I'm thinking we do this in this order. The next tape that I've brought with us is called Fungal Nail Infection. Hey, look, same people.
Can't wait to watch this one.
But check out the byline.
And its consequences.
We're going to learn all about what its consequences are.
I'm not going to like this one at all, am I?
Oh, no, definitely not. It goes for 10
Chris
minutes.
Hemsworth and Mike Tyson have a lot in common after workout. They're both
So a quick pre-warning for this one for you. Reese has a copy of this and he sent it to the VCR guys, and they've been using the intro song to sing along to as a competition. I thought, why don't we just watch the whole freaking tape? It only goes for 10 minutes. We've got a copy. Popping it in.
Yeah, we definitely need more bannable footage on this episode.
Oh, this is gross, but it's not going to get us banned, is it?
No, probably not.
Oh.
I mean, if we get banned, it's going to be for what happened before anyway.
Alright.
It's fine, I don't give a shit. But anyway, I mean, I'm amazed we didn't get banned for the fucking horse episode. That was
only the first video. The second one was so much worse.
Wow, we did not get banned for that.
Okay, silence for the music.
These days, most of us understand the importance of presenting ourselves well, both in our careers and our social lives. We're also aware of the importance of good health and well-being. Onychomycosis is a fungal infection of the nails, which, although unsightly in appearance, is far more than a cosmetic problem. Nail fungus can cause discomfort, loss of dexterity, and can lead to more serious conditions, particularly
like when your toenails fall off when you've been running too far.
Fungal nail infections can also cause psychological and social limitations.
Okay, so we have to remember what the consequences
is now
are.
a condition that doctors can successfully treat. Hello, I'm Dr. Karen Phelps. Onychomycosis is a very common ongoing problem.
I'm just remembering that. I think it was Viva La Bam where they took off Don Vito's toenail.
Today's program looks at what causes nail fungus.
That to me was
what
worse
treatments are
than
currently available, and why
pretty much
you should
anything
see
else
your
they did.
doctor,
You know, Miss
so that
Bat
you
had
may
hers
avoid
off and
the
I had to sit there and watch
embarrassment and
that.
discomfort associated with unhealthy nails.
Ugh.
So what is onychomycosis? We asked
know,
Dr.
but I
Rob
wanna know,
Rosen,
man.
dermatologist from Sydney's St George Hospital.
We're back in
The
Sydney.
medical name for nail fungal infection is
Yeah, imagine getting called in the ballroom like that.
It's a
Like,
stubborn fungal infection that rarely
we know
goes
we were
away by
considering
itself.
you for this
If left
promotion,
untreated,
however.
it will eventually deform your nails and lead to more serious
like, proper just like, the guys in
Look
suits are
normal,
just like,
it can have various
your
colour
feet are
changes,
gross.
such as yellow, white, or brown. It can also look
No,
very
it's a
opaque.
prerequisite. It's
The
like
nail
a,
can separate
please
from the
kindly
nail bed
remove
and
your
grows thickened
socks and
and gets
shoes
very
so we
brittle.
may observe whether
There can be
your
a distortion
toenails
and
are
twisting of the
disgusting and
nail
yellow.
as well. There are other nail diseases that look like fungus but are not, and these can be ruled out before proceeding to effective treatment. Your doctor can arrange simple and painless
Slow
tests
zoom in.
to confirm the diagnosis of onychomycosis. This involves collecting a sample of the infected nail and sending it to the lab for testing. Fungus of the nail is caused by microscopic organisms, similar to the ones that cause athlete's foot, but it is far more persistent and more difficult to treat. The difference between athlete's foot and nail fungal infection is that athlete's
how
foot
active you
involves
are.
the exposed skin, while the nail fungal infection involves a nail bed, which is hidden underneath the nail. While athlete's foot usually
just so
responds to surface
unfortunate.
treatments, fungal infection under the nail may not.
When I first started having
Yeah, the
problems
nail's
with my
just trying to
feet, I
get
thought it
some
was just
sleep.
athlete's foot. I'd often had tinea problems before, especially in the
Show
groin
us a
area.
dramatic recreation.
Now, one day,
Yeah, that'd be
I was
nice.
putting on my socks and I discovered that my big toenail
can
was
get the actors
becoming
from Home and
quite
Away.
yellow,
They'll
and
do it.
appeared to be thickening. I didn't pay much attention until I
Yay!
began experiencing pain when wearing shoes.
Dramatic
and
recreation.
using my nose out
Ah,
jogging.
just fall over and go, ah!
So I went to my
No.
doctor and I asked him about the toenails, and he told me
I
that
wanted
the
some
fungus
overacting
was
there, you know? I
growing
wanted to
underneath
really
the nail.
show
As
it like
the
you mean
nail
it.
grew
That's what
out,
we keep
the
looking
fungus
for,
was
and if
growing
it
with
had
it.
it, I suppose
So
that this
when I tried a
video
cream,
probably would have got
it didn't
cut
work.
up differently to just
I had a
taking
fungal
the song
infection
out.
of the fingernails on 3 fingers on my right hand. I used to cover it up by having false nails or always wearing nail polish. It was really
His
embarrassing
breakout
to
role,
be
and
seen
then he
without
probably
nail
went on to work
polish
for Getty
covering up my
Images.
nails. I had it for 2 years
I
before
know a guy we
actually
can ask if that's
realising there was
true.
a treatment available. My doctor also told me that it's highly contagious and you can spread it to other family members really easily. I was put on the oral treatment because it gets down below the nail where the infection is.
The
She wasn't
fungus
reading a
involved
script.
with nail infection is
It
around
seemed
us
like
all
her
the
main
time
problem was the
and
fact
can be
that she'd
found
be
in our
embarrassed.
clothing, in shoes,
She wasn't
in
reading a
carpets,
script.
where it can
No,
live for
no.
2 or more years,
Definitely
and
not.
the gym, and in the soil. In any of these
Yeah, eventually they
situations,
just gave
nail
up on the
fungus
treatment and
can
were like,
spread
oh,
from
we've got
one
each other,
toe
right?
or
Yeah,
finger to
Footsie's
another.
gross in that house.
Nail fungus
Footsie's
is
gross
contagious
anyway.
and can be
I know
easily
you
spread
think.
to infect
I'm not
other
a
family
foot guy.
members.
I didn't know where it came from at first, but I found out when you go swimming or if you go in a locker room.
So I'm
and
testing
you
your
don't
new
have
meds
any
out. We
shoes
got some
on,
nudity on the
you
show.
can
We got
just
some
pick it
icky
up
feet
like
shit.
athlete's foot. It actually spread
get a
from
preacher
the
in to
big
yell at
toe
you next.
to the little toe on the same foot. It was embarrassing, especially at the beach.
Yeah,
I
dig
used
'em
to
in the
cover my
sand.
toes over with the sand so no one would notice.
That's probably where you got it from.
Nail fungus
Ah.
is difficult to treat because it lives within and under your nails and is shielded by the hard nail plate. It lives and grows in the channels in the nail bed.
A very
Without
specific
proper
groin cessation.
treatment,
In my case, it's getting
onychomycosis
sucked
can
back up in
continue to
there.
spread,
Is it that fizzing
and
that you get
eventually
just
can
behind
even
the balls?
deform or
Oh,
destroy
talk
your
about getting
nails.
sucked back up. Oh my god, I
Ask
didn't. Oh
John
my,
Bell,
the
well-known
the
pharmacist
tendon
in Sydney,
is
what
cut.
treatment options are
can't-
available?
We have a number of ways
can't
to
pull 'em
treat
back
nail
up.
infections. For very superficial
Whenever I do,
cases,
it's just the other
topical creams
pop
and
bits going
paints
up,
can
and they're
be
still
used
down
directly
there.
to the nail. With these preparations,
No one
it is
told me this
important to follow the
beforehand.
directions exactly,
I gotta lift
as
them
it
up
may take
manually.
12 months and beyond to get good results. You will need to use these products long after the infection seems to have gone.
It's a learning experience.
Most cases of onychomycosis are not superficial at all.
I'm gonna have to get used to that
Properly, We
splashback.
must get the fungicidal medication under the nail where the damage is being done. The more effective oral preparations are taken once a day.
He seems pretty
And so
excited to
it
be
is a
telling us
convenient
about this.
form of therapy,
He
and it's
does,
not
doesn't he?
necessary.
Like, he actually looks like
Nail fungus
he's
is
not
very
necessarily
stubborn,
enjoying
so you
this,
must
but he's
follow
just
your doctor's
like,
instructions
I
and
finally
take
get to talk
complete
about my
course of therapy.
passion.
These tablets have been tested and used with a number of commonly prescribed medicines, but it is still very important to tell your doctor or
Medicines?
pharmacist about any other medications you are taking.
It's better.
Oral
If it hasn't
therapy
been
works by
tested.
travelling through the bloodstream
Mamma mia.
and attacking fungus where it lives, deep at the base of the nail. This way, an oral fungicidal can reach the infection, kill the fungus, and prevent it from spreading.
Doctors can prescribe
Yeah, there you
oral
go. You just need to
medication
look
for
into
fungal
cybernetics.
infection.
These tablets have been successfully used worldwide by millions of people. In the case of fingernails, oral therapy is taken for 6 weeks, and for toenails it takes 12 weeks. This is because fingernails grow faster than toenails. After you complete the course of treatment, it'll take some time before you see your nails looking completely healthy again. It may take 6 months before your toenails look normal, and 3 months for fingernails.
Well, I'm delighted that I don't have any pain in my big toe anymore. And it's important to me because much of my work is standing on my feet and walking around, and it did get painful. And I don't experience that discomfort now. And it's good not to be self-conscious when going barefoot at the beach or changing your shoes at the gym.
Told you.
It's great to be able to go without nail polish and to look more natural and not feel embarrassed with unhealthy looking nails. We've just had a new baby boy, and so I'm doubly pleased not to have the risk of infecting him or the rest of the family.
That was a bad choice.
Living with nail fungus is not a pleasant experience.
What, the
This
medication or the
condition
boy?
can have other serious consequences, particularly if you have diabetes
He's going to bring you back
or peripheral
all sorts of
vascular
fungal
disease.
infections, and you're
It can
already
be embarrassing,
susceptible.
uncomfortable, and affect the
Maybe.
quality of your working and social
I
life.
hope not.
Here are some useful tips to protect
We'll
you
have
and
to
your
find out who she
family
is and
against
ask her.
reinfection. Trim your nails, leaving
How
some nail
mortified
fungus.
she would be to get that
Trim
phone
your
call.
nails?
Wear shoes that are roomy enough for your toes to move around in.
Wear
Change your
shoes.
footwear every day and wash your socks and stockings thoroughly.
Wash your stockings.
Always wear gloves when you're working in the garden.
Always
if
wear
you happen to
gloves.
have athlete's foot, talk to a doctor or pharmacist about treating it.
If you have an athlete's
If
foot,
family
return it
members or
immediately.
friends have nail fungus,
They probably miss it
encourage
very
them
much,
to
if
seek
Patty.
treatment right away. Modern therapy may mean you don't have
Fungus.
to
Well, that's another thing that's
tolerate
going to
the
happen. I think I'm going to lose
embarrassment
some
of
weight
nail
because.
infection anymore.
Oh, no.
Ask your doctor if
Oh,
oral
yeah.
therapy is
Does that mean
right
we
for
can
you.
start a
Thanks for
workout
watching.
episode?
Probably soon, yeah.
Every like once a month.
I reckon we might be able to do that soon.
Right.
Because I'm
And its consequences. Which was mainly about being embarrassed, right?
I feel like that's mostly what it was. Take your drugs, or you're going to be very embarrassed at the beach.
I mean, the film only goes for 9 minutes. How long do you think I can cut an embarrassment section out of it to?
If you cut it all out, it would be like probably 50% of the damn video. But as I was saying, like, I haven't had a snack. I've only had like proper meals
That's good.
for over a week now. Bizarre. 9 minutes of shame.
Shame. Let's learn about blood pressure now.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let's have a look at this one. Take control. Raised blood pressure and you. Hypertension evaluation lifestyle program. Help. Isn't that
Oh,
nice?
great. Yep.
It's
That's got a system figured out.
Yeah. With the compliments from Astra.
Astra.
And it's got a thing. What's the thing? Can you read it?
Oh, okay. I'll try and read the thing. It says, keep this record handy to help. That's H-E-L-P. Video was lent to. Oh, okay, so this is for the doctor to put his patients' names and dates and stuff so that like he can keep track of where his video is and who's using the information.
Oh, it's his specifically my doctor library card. Cool. Can I get a membership? I want to rent all the doctor's stuff.
Right?
Actually, most of these medical places came from one lady, and I can still talk to her about stuff if I want to. She was lovely.
I'd love to talk to my GP about it, but I just don't think it would be worth his time.
Astra Australia. Hypertension. Look at all those fade-ins and bubbles. Lifestyle program.
Brilliant.
Help!
Help!
Cardiovascular risk factors.
Consistently high blood pressure, otherwise known as hypertension, is one of the major risk factors that should be treated to reduce the likelihood of heart attack and stroke.
And
Many people
cardiac
in our community
dysrhythmia.
experience hypertension. However, fortunately, lifestyle change and medical therapy
My psychologist
can
asked if
enable
I,
us to effectively
if I
manage
meditate,
hypertension.
and I was like,
But before we examine
Roy
these
helps
steps,
me.
let's take a look at
that
what
sounds
hypertension
impossible.
is.
Ray helps me.
Your heart works like a
Oh, what's he
pump.
doing?
Oh,
It's a
Blood
heart
to the
pumping.
arteries
Mascot.
It's a heart pump.
As
I
your
love
blood travels
mascots.
through the artery, it
Is he
pushes
gonna
against
take us
the
on a
arterial
wild and
wall.
wacky journey through the
He's no Billy
arterial
Dee.
walls?
Blood against the
Yeah,
wall is consistently too high, then you have hypertension.
Too high.
As yet, the causes of high blood pressure are not yet fully understood, and in most cases,
We just don't
the
know.
condition has no symptoms. In fact,
Because we
many
don't
patients
believe
with hypertension
in
feel
stress
fine.
as a cause for
Often the
anything
condition
physical.
becomes apparent only after their doctor has checked their blood
Oh boy,
pressure.
do I have an episode for you that I was doing while I was researching these ones.
Oh, really?
Hypertension
I got
is
2
most
videos that are
common in men
too
and
long
women
for
over 50.
short shorts that
Right.
go
However, the
together.
condition
Yes,
can arise
it's
earlier
exactly
in life,
about that. How
so it
stress
is
is
wise
a
to have your
physical
blood
thing.
pressure checked after
Perfect.
you turn 35.
John,
As
please.
we mentioned earlier, hypertension can lead to some very serious
Yell at your assistant.
complications.
Stop playing
There is
tennis,
now
rub wood.
convincing
Think about
evidence
your heart as
that
a
the risk of
cartoon.
stroke and
Don't
heart
make direct
disease
eye contact with your
increases
doctor.
substantially
Grow an
as
awesome
blood pressure
mustache.
levels
Drink
rise.
a beer, but a really good
Hypertension
beer that like
increases
just
the risk
blows
of
your
heart
mind.
disease because it
so he's old?
seals the arterial wall.
That's kind of what it looked like, right? It
This
looked like he
places
went.
stress on the heart as it is forced to work
Oh,
harder
no,
to
he's
pump
stressing.
blood through
The beer just
arteries which have
changed his
become
life.
less flexible. While hypertension can play a major part in
I still do
increasing the
miss
risk
beer,
of
though,
heart
I gotta
disease and
admit.
stroke, it is only one of several health risk factors which need to be addressed. These include being overweight and eating foods high in cholesterol and fat,
Hey, that's
excessive
not a
stress,
soda. That's just more chips.
smoking cigarettes, and
Yeah, but I
consuming
blended
too
them.
much alcohol. Reducing
Ah.
these risk factors, as well as
He had a
effectively
beer
treating
mustache.
other conditions such as
Does he drink
diabetes,
beer
will
outside of this
significantly
acting at all?
decrease your risk of
Tai
heart
Chi by
attack
who?
and stroke,
Black belt Tai
and
Chi.
help
Come
you
on,
to
ladies.
enjoy a
Start at the
healthy
bottom.
and
Have we ever
active
watched that guy?
No.
Although
That
we
Tai
do
Chi
We've got
guy.
about 20 of his
understand how the
videos now,
majority
but
of
no,
hypertension
we
is
haven't got onto
caused,
that because that's part of
it is now
moving
widely
into the exercise. We're not going to
recognised
start off with
that
step
lifestyle
aerobics. We're going to
change
start off
and
doing some Tai
medical
Chi.
can be
That's
used
okay.
Okay, we gotta do that
effectively
guy
treat the
first, 'cause
condition.
Actually, I think I have something else.
We
for
can
us.
we can
may
kind of talk
suggest
about
you
him a little bit
reassess some
because
aspects
like
of your
I remember when I went
lifestyle
down the
before
rabbit hole,
placing
I
your
was like,
medication. For
no
example,
fucking way.
reducing the
Yeah,
amount
yeah.
of salt in
I
your
know.
diet, as well as increasing
Blew
the
my
amount of
mind.
fruit and vegetables you eat,
5 beers deep.
may help you to reduce your blood pressure. Exercising more regularly,
Either that or it was one of
giving
those.
up
What were they
smoking,
called? El
and
Diablos.
finding ways to more
Remember those?
effectively
Yeah,
manage
it's funny
stress
because we
may
joke
also
about the
have a
percentage
positive
on that. It was
impact.
just gross tasting. I've had
Many of
percentage
these
of that
lifestyle
high beers
changes
since they've
have a
been
dual
lovely. Just that
benefit.
one was gross
They
in a
may
can.
help you to reduce both
Yeah.
your blood pressure and
also
the
a
risk
very
of
big
heart
can. I
think it was
disease and
12.
stroke.
It was more than that. It was like
However,
18 or
most
something.
18.
people
Okay.
will
Yeah,
also
okay.
require medication to maintain effective control of their blood pressure level.
Never ended well when I
There
drank
are a
those.
number of medications now available for the treatment of hypertension. Because each of us is different, some medications may be more suitable for you than others.
Did I tell you that
Remember,
the new beer at
hypertension
Valhalla is
is
just
a
obsidian,
condition
but more
usually
obsidian?
requiring long-term therapy.
It's
so
just
it is
higher
important
alcohol.
for you to take your
It
medication
was already the highest on
regularly.
there.
It was. It was also
The
the
side
tastiest.
effects
But
associated with most of these
know,
medications
it's
now
my
available
standard.
will not restrict your enjoyment of life. However,
It
if you
won't.
do experience any difficulties, please
one day I
contact your
might be
doctor.
comfortable going in there for a singular
Because
alcoholic beverage.
hypertension can cause serious complications such as heart disease and
That's the thing.
stroke,
I love beer,
it is
like the taste of
important that
beer.
the condition be
One
effectively
singular
treated.
Boilermaker.
Sensible lifestyle change,
If I just get a
combined
pint,
where necessary,
I can be
with
happy, right? Because I can
appropriate
nurse it for
medical
half an
therapy,
hour. And
will enable you to reduce your blood pressure
Yeah.
so you can continue to enjoy a full and active life.
good thing they're still having this.
Don't
meal.
drink on the meds.
Yeah, I won't be doing that. I won't be doing that. The thing is, like, alcohol is pretty much no longer a part of my life anyway. Had to give that up like 6 months ago.
After viewing this video, please return it to your doctor. For more detailed information to help you take control of your raised blood pressure, please see your doctor for a copy of the booklet entitled Take
The
Control,
booklet.
Raised Blood Pressure, and You! Thanks, Astra.
Yes,
like
I
your
don't, I
little
don't
heart
know what it
pumped
would be like to have alcohol while on meds, but I don't want to find out.
Did
The
you-
reaction to like a single, not not even a large coffee. It was like a small one. was like so extreme. I wouldn't want any other extremes.
Next time, don't have Irish coffee. Yay, we learned about high blood pressure meds. That's something I have to deal with too. They used to tell me I was way too overweight, got high blood pressure, and then I lost heaps of weight. And they're like, yeah, we don't know what's wrong. You just got high blood pressure.
Maybe you're stressed all the time.
Yeah, maybe. And then they took me in to get a cardiograph, and I watched them set it up, and it went a little something like this. You like that?
That was a good transition.
So this is one of those tapes that they give to people who are learning to be nurses, doctors, setting up stuff and whatever, just to refresh her how to work the machine.
I love that.
Yeah. This is just a cardiograph though. We don't have the instructional for the machine that goes bing.
Oh.
This videotape is copyrighted and all rights are reserved. It's done by Hewlett Packard.
Great.
Which means we're going to get paper jams.
Look forward to that.
The new PageWriter 100 cardiograph from Hewlett Packard has many advanced features in a compact, affordable, easy-to-use package. When a patient comes in for an ECG, they often don't know what to expect. One of the most important steps in the ECG procedure is getting the patient to relax.
Oh, here we go.
Explain the test and emphasize that it won't hurt. That the cardiograph is only recording their heart rhythm, not altering it in any way. A calm, relaxed patient greatly improves your ECG reading. Arms and hands should be relaxed.
We like
the patient
Windows.
should not be elevated.
That's what we
That
like.
can change the
Transition
position
through
of the heart.
Windows.
Conversation
Especially if
can
they have
affect
funny
trace
shapes.
quality, so ask your patient to remain silent. Check that the patient cable is
Shut up.
properly fastened to the cardiograph. You'll be placing 10
That's a
leads
strange-looking
on the
fellow.
patient, 6 on the chest and 1 on each limb.
You're missing some
It's important
spots.
that you position the leads correctly to get an accurate ECG.
They removed
We'll be
everything.
using
including the
Welsh
pins.
electrodes.
What the
and
heck?
Hand grenade!
to
Oh, no.
demonstrate
Settle down.
Let's
placement.
not use those.
If you use
Just want you to hold this.
I
I'm
hope
gonna
this
go
is
in
how
the
they
other
set
room
up
for a
that
bit.
guy
Use
from
Redox
the
gel.
sorry,
But
the,
you
from
still
the
need to
garden
break
video.
the skin
Oh.
and shave if
which?
necessary.
We watched a video about how they were putting art in the
Place
garden. They
limb
had the
leads
guy
on
all with the
limbs, not the torso.
wires connected
Oh,
to a
yeah,
dancing.
that's
Place the
right.
first lead on one of the patient's arms on the inside.
We've done a
and
lot of
several
episodes.
inches
I don't
below
remember a
the
lot
elbow.
of them.
I use our
Before
clips to
placing
amuse
the
me in
electrode,
different editing
rub
ways.
the skin
So-
lightly until
Oh,
red.
you should send the clips
Good
to me
skin
so I can
preparation assures
put them
good
on the
contact between the
TikToks.
skin and
How
electrode
long?
and helps produce a
I
cleaner
don't know.
trace.
Up
You
to a
may
couple
need to
minutes, I
shave the
suppose.
patient if the hair is thick.
What if we
Make
inscribe
sure
it
that
into a
the
Bitcoin?
ECG adapters are
I don't know
clean
how to
and
do
free
that.
from debris.
Nor do I know if anyone
Next,
will buy that.
apply the other arm electrode. Now, apply the leg
The
electrode.
best obscure
Left
media.
leg
What's up,
first.
Egons?
Leg
best.
electrodes are placed inside the cap
You know what? My
between the knee
favorite
and
tape that
ankle.
we've watched.
Remove pantyhose
This is
if
kind of
necessary.
cheating, but
Apply the right leg
our friend in
electrode
chat here,
last.
Napostrioff,
This
gave us a
electrode
wrestling
serves
tape
as a reference
featuring
to reduce
himself,
ECG noise
and
He's a
ensure
pro
a
wrestler.
cleaner
it was
wave.
awesome. Either that's up there,
Now, place the
probably
V1 chest
equal
electrode
first with
between the
King
fourth
Pool,
and
which
fifth
was a
ribs,
movie
directly to the right of the sternum.
from
This location
UK.
is also called
Yeah,
the
that
fourth
had been
intercostal
collected by
space at the right
somebody's
sternal margin.
wife
girlfriend,
or
wife,
girlfriend, yeah.
who
find this
is a
spot,
movie
place your
music
fingers on the
maker
clavicle.
himself.
Then gently move your
And
fingers
she just
vertically
collected
downward
little things, and I've got
until
that
you
entire
feel a
collection
small
of things
space
that I really should go
directly
through
below
one
the
day.
bone.
That
This
particular
is the
movie was
first
just
rib.
like I could not find any
Using a
information about it
rolling motion.
anywhere.
No, it's like a
Continue
little youth
moving your
arts
fingers
presentation
downward
sort of thing.
until you feel
It
the
seemed
next
really well
space.
made though, so it's
This
sad
is
that
the
it
first
isn't just
intercostal
more out
space.
there. But that
You should
that
be
tape
able
for
to
me
feel
just
the
like
first and
those
second
two
ribs
tapes.
on
You can look
either
it up
side
on
of
our
it.
Yeah, we've
copyright machine.
uploaded it. You can now see it because we've
Until the
uploaded
fourth
it both
intercostal
with and
space is
without our.
located.
I think very similarly,
Place the
I quite
V1
enjoyed the
electrode
media
just
presentation
to the
tape
right
that we
of the
watched.
sternal
This
border.
one guy, that same
Oh
guy,
yeah,
he
yep.
did the
V2
music
lead
for
is
all of
also
his
positioned on
classes
the
end
fourth
of the year
intercostal
media
space,
presentations. So we
but
got to see a whole
directly
bunch
to
of
the
short
left
movies,
of the
including
breastbone.
one
At the
where it
left
was
sternal margin.
a guy was having sex with a blow-up
Go back
horse.
to the
Yeah, that was a
one
good
that
one
was
too.
kind of
Count
like
down to the
Nosferatu,
fourth
and
That
the
guy-
animated one.
I feel like that guy gave us some of the best
Position
stuff
the
that
V4
we're going to
electrode
see for
on
the
fifth
entirety of us
intercostal
doing this
space,
show.
Oh,
on a
definitely.
line
Like, I think
extending
that
downwards
is
from the
truly
middle
some
of
great
the patient's
stuff.
left clavicle. This is called
Is that
the
just uploaded
midclavicular
to
line.
our channel, or is that on the copyright machine?
Place the V3
King
electrode
Paul, it's on
midway
copyright
between
machine.
the
Copyright
V2 and V4
So yeah, if you want to find King Paul,
electrodes
check it out
in
on
a straight
YouTube. It's
line,
on the channel called
directly
Copyright
on
Machine.
top of the patient's breast.
You'll immediately know you're on the right channel because there'll be a whole bunch of ads.
Place the V5 electrode
I remember the horror
on
movie
same
Cube.
level as the V4
Yeah, you've got
electrode
the
on the
vinyl
anterior
of it.
axis.
Yeah, that's right. I got the vinyl of the
This
soundtrack, and I
extends
gave you a
downward
copy.
Yeah, I've
didn't
got
I?
a copy of the
front of the
vinyl.
patient's left armpit.
Yes,
The
yes.
Is that
V6
obscure, is it?
electrode also rests on the same level as V4
Come on, I'm trying to learn
and
about
V5,
electrodes here.
but on the mid-axillary line,
Cubes.
I do like
which
this
extends
discussion.
downward
It's a
from
very
the middle of the
podcasty
patient's
discussion,
left
isn't it?
armpit.
Well, we are a podcast.
Make
We
sure
are
you
now.
place
And/or
the
talk
chest
show.
electrodes
Yeah,
in
that's
these
it.
exact locations, or the interpretation
But probably
could
more
be
so a talk
affected.
show, huh?
Now you're ready to take the ECG. Press Auto to start the ECG.
Pretty sure they
The
still
auto
use
light
pretty much the
flashes to
exact
show
same
that the
machine.
cardiograph
Yeah, with
is
that picture
acquiring
of the guy with
ECG
no
data.
midriff.
The
'Cause I had
manual
one
lead
done
group
a
lights
couple months
flash
ago.
to let you know
Yeah.
if you have a poor lead contact. Press
They were
stop
having problems because it
and
wasn't
check
printing.
the electrode connections. You
The
may need to
HP.
reapply or
Yeah, that's
adjust
right.
some leads to get a
See, we
clearer
missed
signal.
missed a little section
the
at the
limb
start
leads
there
first,
because do you remember
since
the
you
fact
need
that they
all
have to
4 limb
abrase you
leads
to do
get a
this?
signal.
Like, they got to
Press
sandpaper your
Auto
frickin'
to
skin.
restart the ECG.
Crazy.
The page writer takes about 20 seconds to acquire the data. You can
I
also
didn't even
take a
realize that wasn't
manual
original in the
ECG if you want a
60s.
real-time recording of your patient's heart rhythm.
Yeah, it was called Cube from Another World.
You may notice
Cube from another
irregularities in
world.
the ECG waveforms due to a number of
That's
factors.
the thing.
Outside
reference, by the
electrical
way.
interference from
Cube
power lines
from another
or other
world.
electrical devices in the room
love the thing.
will produce
Yeah,
a
because
jagged
the original thing is called the
sawtooth
thing from Another
waveform.
World.
Right, I didn't know
Noise
that
is
either,
often caused
somehow.
by poor contact
Bad-
with the limb
bad
electrodes.
Probably a
Try
good reference.
reapplying
It's just,
the right leg
you know,
electrode first.
I haven't been able to fucking retain
Also,
information for
make
32
sure
years.
that the lead wires and patient
Oh.
cables are well away
So
from
these
other
things aren't
wires and power
backdatable.
cords. Significant interference can be caused by a lead
It's
wire
not just going to
or
unlock
cable
everything that you've
running
been
I
doing.
wish. Wouldn't that be great?
wire.
You'd have come over and I'd just be in the corner going,
Try
I
unplugging
remember
the cardiograph and running
everything.
it on battery power. If electrical noise persists, you may have to physically move the patient away from other electrical equipment.
Yeah, generally the
Or
stuff that we
even
would class
turn
as
off
obscure
all the
media
electrical
is the
equipment
sort of
in the
stuff
room,
that, like,
including
if
the
we
lights.
didn't upload it, no one probably ever would.
Another
That's
problem may
our
show
line
up
for
as
obscure media,
meandering
on this show.
waveforms. This
So we
is
wouldn't
called
show
baseline one.
like an original
Again,
version of the Cube.
Adjust the electrodes and make sure
Hey,
they are
where'd you watch it on
securely
Cinema
attached.
That's a different show.
Make
Though.
sure
okay.
the patient is calm.
But
The third
yeah, in turn,
common
like the stuff we
ECG
watch is like
problem
more like
is
this
tremor.
or home
Special
movies.
Tremor
interests and
produces
home
a
movies.
noisy, erratic
Yeah,
bass
just
line
like
this.
truly niche upon
It could be
niche
caused
things.
by
Things
the
that we're
patient
not even
being
meant to
tense,
enjoy. We're just trying to find
uncomfortable,
something to laugh
or
about.
cold.
Yeah, that's it. Or
Make
just to
your
spark a
patient as
discussion.
relaxed as you can. Try having the patient
I love
place
these
their
nipple
hands
clamps.
under their buttocks.
Kinky.
In
Little
some
too many
patients,
of them, though.
you may not be able to completely
He's got his hand under his
eliminate tremor.
buttocks.
Judge him. He was born that
An
way.
intermittent or jittery ECG is the fourth typical problem.
No kink shaming.
It appears as occasional spikes or
Oh
interruptions
no,
in the
some
waveform.
cardiac dysrhythmias.
This usually
Sheep.
indicates a poor electrical connection. Check for tight electrode connections or dry or dirty
Now he's
skin.
starting to get anxious. Like, you keep fiddling with that. Is everything
Be sure
okay?
to try all these tests before making
Every
a service
time you
call.
yank on it, it yanks
It
on
is
my
likely
nipples.
that you'll be able to correct any problem with
I'm
the
into this.
ECG.
Stop.
Yeah,
My
so
wife will be
It
angry.
isn't possible to eliminate all noise.
My wife would
The
be there.
PageWriter
pulling on him.
100 can help you reduce interference and noise problems
I believe
through
you.
the use of special filters built into the cardiograph. The filter key turns on filters that will reduce signal noise. Baseline Wander is
Oh, good.
improved with
Thanks
a
again for
0.5
everything,
hertz
man.
Wander filter,
I really appreciate
and there's
everything
also a
you've done
40
for me
hertz noise
over the
filter to help
past
correct
few months.
high-frequency noise problems.
That's beautiful, man.
With the PageWriter 100, reports are clean, and easy to
And
read.
hope to see you at the
Along
wrestling.
the right edge is the calibration signal, which shows the scale of the report. You can scale reports to full, half, or twice normal size. In the lower right corner is the sequence number, a unique identification number the PageWriter assigns each ECG. To the left of the sequence number, filter settings are indicated. Also along the bottom edge are indicators showing the
You're
ECG
going to learn how to
speed
understand what
and
each of
lead
these symbols
scaling.
means.
Another variable you can change from the front
Scaling,
panel.
it's okay.
You
Copy.
can print as many copies of an ECG report as you want.
That's not what my boss
Or
said.
you can stop the PageWriter at any time.
Stop.
The PageWriter cardiograph is easy to
fallen
take care of
asleep.
too. It tells you when the battery
Not
is low.
that comfortable.
To keep the battery charged, we recommend that you keep the cardiograph plugged in when not in use.
Doesn't that make
You'll know the
batteries
paper is
explode?
low when you see a pink stripe
Oh, no.
across the top of the page.
I don't know much about batteries, honestly.
Isn't
You'll
that
know
what
the
happened to
paper is
Porsche this
out
week?
when the chart
did
speed
it?
indicator light flashes.
Fucking hell.
It's funny because
Loading
my,
new paper
you
is
know,
fast and easy.
kind of
Simply
more
unwrap a
rightly
new
winged
package of
family
HP
members that I have
cardiograph
to listen
paper.
to talk just go, oh, I heard
Unlatch the
about the
door and
Teslas,
slide
they're
it
all
back.
blowing up and burning. And I'm
Now,
like, well,
drop in
how
the
many
paper.
normal cars blow up and burn? And then they're like,
first sheet
and then I'm
pull
like,
it
oh,
out.
whatever, I don't care. I'm not even
Then
listening. And
close
then I
the
actually
door
hear the
until
news
you hear it
myself, and
latch.
it's like, no, it wasn't Teslas, it was the Porsches because
When
they're
you're
trying
through
to do
using
it.
the PageWriter, turn it to standby mode.
I'm probably wrong
Your
about
HP
Porsche as well. It's probably a
PageWriter
different
100
company I don't care
cardiograph
about.
Will give you
I don't care about
years
any
of
of them, really.
trouble-free operation.
Although I can probably start learning to drive now that I can focus on the fucking road.
That'd be cool. Then you could drive me crazy. Ooh, ooh. Yeah, we learned about the thingies. How long have we been going? A little under
Oh,
an
I
hour?
don't know.
What's that?
I haven't even looked at the time
We
once.
got one more. So the last one I grabbed at the last moment because a couple of the other ones that I checked went too long. This is about osteoporosis.
Oh boy.
Do you know what that is?
Doesn't sound good.
Because
It's
this
something to do with the
one-
bones,
because
right?
this one
Is that where the bones
answering
get
it.
weakened
Yeah,
or
this is
something?
what I have. This is what is osteoporosis. So we can, yeah, it says inner strength on the top. How good's that? Inner strength. Bones. Dinosaur bones. Is that even around all the way? Shut up.
Only one way to find out.
Yes, it was. I guess the film is just really close to the reel. Cheap tape.
Yay! Maybe they like glued a bunch of it down.
Yeah, they take longer tapes and they just take what they need and snip it and paste it.
Yeah.
So there's none, doesn't have that clear bit. It's
My bones hurt.
Mine's
So do
very-
mine.
You should.
Mine are sore also.
What's he got?
How can it be
Can I have it?
And how can it be
He's got tape. Gimme.
This video has been
Gimme.
produced
That video?
to answer these questions.
Oh, but what
Can we
about
have
the
that one?
No, that one's got the answers. This is just going to ask the questions.
Well,
It would be great if it was just him the whole time going like, you just need to buy this tape. You bought the wrong tape. If you buy this one.
We've seen that before.
We have, yeah. Twice, I think. I feel like it's something we've run into a couple
a hard
times.
outer shell covering, a much
that's
less
not a very
dense
good
tissue,
photo.
which resembles honeycomb.
No,
That
it's a
looks
great
like-
photo.
That looks like it comes
The
from a
outer shell becomes
60s
thin, and the
textbook for
honeycomb
like high school.
develops larger holes.
Probably did.
This
From a Christian
weakens the bone and increases the risk of fracture. This occurs in everybody
Surprised there
from
wasn't
the
like
age
a
of
face
35 onwards. But in certain people, particularly
But-
women after the menopause, the loss of
The
calcium
The menopause, see?
occurs
The
at a much
menopause.
faster rate.
Lawn balls.
Oh yeah, we're going to learn how to judge that.
While we play it, hopefully.
Osteoporosis is a very common condition and is a major cause of skeletal problems worldwide. Between 1 in 4 and 1 in 2 Australasian women will suffer fractures as a result of osteoporosis by the time they reach their 70s. Osteoporosis is also found in men, but they're affected much less often than women of the same age.
Clip.
How is osteoporosis caused?
Kicker, just kneecap them. Proper, just.
There are different stages of bone changes throughout life. The first stage occurs
Hello,
up to the age
hello.
of 35 when bone reaches its maximum strength. After this,
Neighbours be
there's
gone!
slow loss of bone strength, which occurs in both sexes and continues to old age. In women, there's also a faster loss of bone after the menopause because of a decline in the levels of the sex hormone estrogen. How do you know if you have osteoporosis? People often show no signs of osteoporosis until they have a fall and to break a bone. Fractures are more common in the bones of the spine, the hip, and the wrist. These fractures can occur with fairly minor trauma. A classic feature of advanced osteoporosis is the Darger's hump, seen in many elderly people. This is due to progressive fractures of the spine and loss of posture. Other signs are back pain and loss of height.
I never had any
Your doctor
height to
will use
begin
these
with.
signs and also identify your risk factors for osteoporosis to help in the diagnosis and to assess how serious your osteoporosis may be. There are a number of factors that may increase your risk of
one of them clown
osteoporosis.
osteoporosis.
Some of these factors you may well be able to alter, while others you cannot change. These are too little calcium in your diet. For example, if you eat too few dairy products. Exercise less
Not
than
just
3 times
dairy,
a week.
see, they're
is a problem.
sponsored again.
Smoking
Big
cigarettes,
dairy.
or
Big
if you have
dairy.
a high intake of caffeine
Gotta watch out
or
for them.
alcohol, you may increase your risk of suffering osteoporosis.
It'll come out one day that, you know,
If you're
dairy is so
Caucasian,
bad for you.
short, thin,
I thought it
or
already
terrible
has
boned,
and people don't
or
care.
if you have a
I
mother
don't think
or
so.
a
Like,
grandmother
they're probably
who develop
more fat than you'd
osteoporosis,
like in some
then you're
stuff, like
also
cheese
at
and,
higher risk of developing
and all those sort of things.
If you
But I think
have
overall it's
perimenopause
not
or had your
too
ovaries
too
removed,
bad.
Or
Cashew
if you have
cheese.
taken corticosteroid preparations such as prednisone, for rheumatoid arthritis or asthma, then your doctor may be able to give you treatment to reduce your osteoporosis risk.
That kid has it.
Yeah. And a stack hat too.
Osteoporosis can be a debilitating disease, and people who've had many fractures can
Oh, she
spend
just wishes she could
considerable
get out
time
there
in
and
hospital.
rollerblade too.
A hip fracture, for example, can
Ooh,
be a
where's that
very
building?
devastating
Oh, it's in
event.
Sydney, isn't it?
Osteoporosis may also restrict
Cute,
your
but no
mobility.
anal building.
No,
However,
no
there
anal.
are treatments that can reduce this risk, and lifestyle changes
See,
can also
Melbourne's
help.
better in every way.
These can be as simple as
I
improving
actually have
posture, gentle
an
exercise,
ad for an
or by
episode
taking
of
precautions to avoid
Today
falling.
Tonight or something like that, and they're like, which city's the best to live in?
The main method that
And it had
you
a guy
can
going,
use to
"Live in
prevent
Melbourne."
osteoporosis is to
Put that on my
reduce
Twitter.
your exposure to risk
Okay.
factors. These
Do it.
include maintaining an adequate calcium intake, avoiding high intakes of alcohol and caffeine, and stopping smoking. If you're experiencing
Smoking?
or have just experienced the
Oh
menopause,
man.
your doctor may decide
How else am I supposed
give
to
you
relax
hormone replacement therapy.
when I go home to my
This
wife who I
replaces
don't
the
love and my
estrogen
kids
that your
who
body no
I
longer
don't care
produces
about,
and
and
helps calcium to be
and
absorbed
when I
into
can't
the
find
bones.
my beating stick
Weight-bearing
for when I want to hit
exercise,
them.
such as walking,
Babe.
jogging, tennis, golf, dancing, and bowls, help
And I'm
to
not
maintain
putting that
bone
woke
mass.
shit in my lungs.
Exercise will also improve balance, coordination, and flexibility, which are important in avoiding falls. Your doctor can advise you on what exercise is best for you.
Boomers are crazy.
A lot has been mentioned about the
Yeah.
prevention of osteoporosis, but
I saw a
what can
tweet
be
today that
done
made me
to
laugh.
treat
It
the
was
problem when it occurs?
old people
Again,
are wild.
it's
It's like
important to
disrespectful
reduce your
to
exposure
put your
to risk
your elbows on the table.
If you're
But then
in
they'll go up
pain,
and say a
your
racial
doctor
slur.
may prescribe pain relievers and
Exactly.
muscle relaxants. Bed
He's like,
rest
"Yeah, you're
may be
right."
used initially, and a back brace can
Hilarious.
also be of help.
Oh, what are you doing, Marg? Cleaning my
Rubbing
balls.
balls.
In my
You
underpants.
may also be given
Rubbing
treatments which either
balls.
prevent bone breakdown or stimulate its formation. Medicines that prevent further degradation of bone include hormone replacement therapy and calcium. Calcitriol, the active
come he
form of
doesn't-
natural vitamin D,
No, it's
increases the
Calcitriol.
absorption of calcium from the gut and the rate of calcium absorption into bone.
Calcitriol.
Successful therapy
it's
can
calcitriol,
arrest
not
bone loss
calcitriol.
and reduce the occurrence of further fractures.
He's
You
just got a
will,
normal
however,
bio.
have to
Why
stay
doesn't
on
he have a fancy
medication
doctor's
for
one?
this to be successful.
I don't
Remember
trust this
that by
guy.
maintaining
I
a
do. He's like an
healthy
everyman.
and active lifestyle, you can help in reducing your risk
Dr.
of
Everyman.
osteoporosis.
He's relatable, you know.
Please refer
He's
to your
like,
doctor
I'm giving
if
you this
have
medication
any other
because
questions.
I take it myself.
You can also obtain a leaflet which accompanies this video covering the information supplied here.
Crochet.
No matter what you're coming with, he prescribes you the exact same thing every time.
Enjoy. I had a doctor that kept giving me Oxycontins at one point and just kept saying enjoy.
Enjoy.
He was a very short-lived doctor.
I wonder why.
Because they went to bigger and better things. Good doctor.
Just couldn't get an appointment anymore. He was too popular.
That's right. So what have we learned today?
That you can stream for about 45 minutes after showing breasts on stream and not get banned.
Oh yeah, we better finish up and delete the VOD, huh?
Ah!
Also, I knew if you didn't notice.
Good times.
Good times. We are deaf once again. Back to old times, huh? Oh, so floppy.
Just like it was before they invented the talkie.
So, you got all this medical knowledge now.
And I don't know what to do with any of it.
No?
No.
What do you think? Should I go for a diagnosis as well?
Why not?
I tell you why
If you
not.
can, why not?
Because I don't want the spaghetti soup can thrown at me. And here's something
So
interesting.
what?
No, I'm kidding. That's just a joke. But on a serious but also kind of jokey note, you know how you kind of half diagnosed yourself from watching, scrolls of targeted whatevers and people saying this is what it is, and then you going, hey, I relate to that kind of thing?
Yeah.
The thing I relate to most is closer to autism.
Then get tested for that.
But no, I'm getting to a joke. It's okay. I don't mind having whatever I have. Okay, I'm getting to a point. This is the thing about autistics. They like to take a long time to get to their point. And ADHD, they don't have the patience for that. And they're like, hurry up, get to the end. Sorry, we work interestingly.
We're a good team.
We're a good team. I seem to identify closer to because the symptoms differ in male to female. And I seem to identify closer with the female displays of the symptoms. I'm thinking if I go in and get tested and it all comes out as a positive, is that also an official non-binary diagnosis?
That's something to really think about. Like, that's actually like an
actual
question.
interesting question to think about. Like, is it a social or nurture and nature sort of thing? Yeah,
I really don't know. I don't know how that works, but I mean, maybe you could say so.
Yeah. I mean,
you could easily claim
just
that.
claim it, whatever.
And it would piss off a lot of right wingers.
It would piss off
it
so
would
many people.
Piss them off so much, and it would be pretty glorious, honestly.
Then I'll have to identify with different pronouns.
If you wanted to.
I think it would be he, they. You go he for everything if you're nice to me, but as soon as you start telling me to man up, then you can fuck off.
It's like that one thing. It's like, I'm about to start identifying as a problem. Like...
That sounds good.
Yeah.
I love it.
All right.
So, I had planned that we did bonsais. We'll get to bonsais eventually.
We'll
You think we'll do another mixed bag next episode, or do you want to watch some more kind of personal growth stuff? Because we could do like a whole 3-episode run of that if you want to do that.
I don't mind. You bring whatever you feel like. I'm not leaning one way or the other at this point.
And I do have that very, very local sports video I just found too.
Oh yeah. We probably only have a few of those, right?
I've just found one.
Yeah. I'll save that.
Save that?
Save that for a little bit.
Yeah, but we know we got it.
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
What were the teams like round the corner and up the road? Seriously low budget stuff. I didn't even fast forward it to see if it was on ABC or anything, but it doesn't look like it.
I doubt it would have been on ABC.
Because they did have some VFLs on there.
Yeah, but I mean, it didn't look like.
It didn't even look like VFL.
VFL, no.
Cool.
It was probably just some random match or grand final that they had. Because sometimes, like, I don't know if they still do it, but they used to just get cameras for grand finals for some reason. Thought we should film this because someone might want to watch it. Yeah.
And no one ever did. Until we find them. And then we will. I'm actually very glad that this video turned out not to be the one with Ruth, what's her name in it? Because we actually watched a hormone replacement one once before and had Ruth from Spider and Rose, National Treasure, old lady actor.
Barely remember it, but I do remember it, if that makes sense.
And it had the guy who makes spaghetti on TV in with her as well.
Yeah,
and she didn't eat it.
I do remember.
She went,
yeah. I very vaguely remember it.
yeah, so I was kind of hoping that wasn't that. And it wasn't, so I was happy about that. And I get a magnet.
Yay! Straight on the fridge with you.
Yeah. Got anything to advertise before we head out?
Other than to say I might stream some games again.
Oh, that's right. You did some.
But I
Skyrim
also
the
might
other
not, because that was before I was medicated, and now that I am, I'm like doing stuff. So who knows?
Yeah. Either way, we'll be back watching tapes.
Yeah.
Sometime soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you want to plug anything you need to say?
I don't think so. I made a video clip which was pretty cool. Did you like that?
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it.
I don't know how we can like plug it at all yet. I don't think it's had any particular run of release or where it should be. I have a feeling, and I don't know what I mean when I say this because I'm just repeating words, it might be inscribed onto a Bitcoin.
I don't know how that works.
I don't know.
I got no idea how that works.
I don't care. I just liked making a
I'm
video
not a
clip. It was
crypto
fun.
dude.
It was fun. I put you dancing in your spandex in the video clip.
Oh, yeah. I'm famous now.
Yeah, you're famous now.
Tied to Bitcoin forever.
Yeah, I put Sam's dad jumping out of the plane in it.
Important clips. Historic clips.
Yeah, I'm good. We can sign off.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for tuning in.
And tune
been a
in
good one.
next time to avoid late fees.
Do it.